Hey, how's it going everyone? We made it through the cold, dark and depressing month of January in one piece, but what new Switch games have we got to look forward to in February? Well, I'm James Romero and along with Juan and Jordan we've got you covered. Let's talk about 15 games coming out this month. Kunai is a Metroidvania set in a dark future where human life is on the brink of being wiped out. You play as Tabby, a killer robot infused with the soul of an ancient warrior. It sounds bleak, but your character is rather cute and the retro, pixelated graphics put a light spin on the topic. I love the monochromatic palettes which vary by level that take you back to old school gaming. The gameplay looks fast paced, complete with grappling hooks and exploding robots all over the place. Speedrunners will be pleased to know there is a time trial mode and leaderboards. The 16-bit soundtrack and quirky styling looks very interesting, but it's a crowded genre and at close to $20 it will need to be decent to make it worthwhile picking up.
Dark Crystal Age of Resistance Tactics is based on Netflix's popular new series, which itself is a spin-off of an old classic movie, and if you haven't watched it, I would recommend it. They managed to do good work with a bunch of puppets. As for the game, it's a turn-based strategy RPG, and the source material is strong with this one, and with over 80 levels, 15 different classes, and lots of gear and abilities, this could be a winner. I love games like Final Fantasy Tactics, so I'm very hopeful about this one.
Monster Energy Supercross 3, the official video game, is a game that we've just reviewed here at SwitchWatch, so click right hand corner if you want to know more. Let's just start by saying that, well, you've got 100 riders to choose from in both the 450SX and 250SX categories. There's 15 official stadiums, and for the very first time, you can join official teams in career mode. I love playing this one in handheld, it's very playable, and it runs at 60 frames per second, so it's really smooth, although there is a little bit of hit in the visual fidelity. So check this one out. All I'm saying though, it's rather expensive at the moment. However, if there is a sale in future, it's definitely one to check out. But again, if you're a fan of the sport, you might just want to dip in straight away.
Darksiders Genesis is a prequel in the Darksiders series that came out on other consoles last year to solid reviews. It introduces co-op for the first time and the fourth horseman Strife. THQ Nordic have a solid record of porting games in the franchise over, and we're hoping for another great job. If you are unfamiliar with the series, it's an action-adventure game with a heavy emphasis on fast, fluid fighting filled with guns blazing, sword swinging, and minions from hell. A wonderful, over-the-top game that's a blast to play.
I reviewed Warriors Orochi 4 back in 2018, god was it that long ago, and I was impressed at what it had to offer, giving it a very solid 8.5 out of 10. There was so much content, and now, with this ultimate release, even more is being added, new characters, skills and environments, as well as updated user interface and new game modes. It's also worth noting that if you already own the base game, you can purchase the upgrade on the eShop rather than rebuying the whole game.
Snack World, the Dungeon Crawl Gold, is certainly a mouthful. This series started out life as a shonen style manga and later turned into an anime and game back in 2017 on the 3DS. Fast forward and we have a Switch title that's more of the same, a roguelike RPG with a quirky story and online multiplayer where the focus of course is on dungeon crawling. This one has been developed by Level 5 who made the wonderful Ni no Kuni, so our expectations here truly high.
Railway Empire is a simulation game where you get to build a vast rail network and manage everything from staff to fares and routes. The core game is set in the United States in 1830 and you are in a race to become the leading railway tycoon in the country. There's a hell of a lot of content with 300 advancements to research. In this Switch edition, there are 3 expansion packs included as well: Mexico, Crossing the Andes and the Great Lakes. Released on other platforms with a Metacritic rating of 74%, this could be a nice tycoon fix that sits well on the Switch.
Psikyo Shooting Stars Bravo is a collection of 6 classic arcade shooters: Samurai Aces, Tengai, Sengoku Cannon, Gunbarrick, Gunbird, and Gunbird 2, most of which I've reviewed individually for this channel, and I can attest to this being an epic arcade collection. You get to play many of these vertically in Tate mode for the ultimate shoot 'em up experience. There is a physical release here, and I'm sure collectors will want to get their hands on it, no doubt.
Under Night in Birth Accelerator, I think that's how it's pronounced, gets released February 20th. This is a 2D fighting game with fantastic looking artwork based on the visual novel. The game has been updated and released numerous times and has always been very well received. There's a new character and lots of small tweaks to be enjoyed here.
Devil May Cry 3 is a prequel to parts 1 and 2, which sees your character Dante facing off against his twin brother Virgil. In the Switch version, there are new style switching and weapon switching systems, as well as a new freestyle mode that alters the gameplay. All in all, this devil slaying action reboot is shaping up nicely, plus there is another new feature reveal coming February the 13th, so if the port is solid, we're in for a treat. There's also a pack which is releasing parts 1, 2 and 3 in a bundle.
Samurai Shodown is a reboot of SNK's much-loved blade-wielding fighter back from 1993. It features 3D characters on a 2D plane and stands out for its difficulty and gorgeous graphics. The game was released on other platforms in 2019 and is coming to the West on the Switch this month. I reviewed it when it released in Japan a couple of months ago, so be sure to check out my review to see how it holds up on the Nintendo Switch.
Conan Chop Chop is an action-adventure game with roguelike elements that is particularly aimed at multiplayer. Originally slated for a release last year, the developer took the decision to delay it until now in order to release it with online multiplayer, a wise decision we feel. The graphics are cartoony, it looks extremely silly and hilarious, and we can't wait to dive into this one with our mates.
Two Point Hospital is a spiritual successor to the classic Theme Hospital, with some of the original staff drafted in to work on it. Theme Hospital is a game that I absolutely loved and sank many hours into. It's all about creating an empire of hospitals in the fictional 2 Point County, curing patients of hilarious fake ailments and managing everything from staff to vending machines. Having a game like this on the move is awesome, and if the controls are decent, I'm sure I'll be sinking many hours in once again.
Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection brings together 6 classic titles in one game: Mega Man Zero 1, 2, 3 and 4, as well as Mega Man ZX and Mega Man ZX Advent. I can't believe I said ZX, I'm British, I should say ZX. Anyways, this collection includes an artwork gallery, music player, special filters and more tweaks, as well as a new casual scenario mode and save assist feature. Players can also try their hand at the new leaderboard based Z Chaser mode. Why did I say Z again? This is a new exclusive mode created just for this set of games.
Soul Axiom Rebooted is a puzzle adventure set in the first person perspective. If you've played Master Reboot, then you're going to know what to expect. It's a story driven tale set in a cool futuristic Tron-like world with multiple endings and spooky undercurrents. Cannot wait to test this one here at SwitchWatch.
Metro Redux is a double game collection including Metro 2033 and Metro Last Night. These games are story-driven shooters set in bleak, post-apocalyptic Russia. The games combined shooting with story, stealth and a little bit of survival horror to great effect, and the Switch version early footage we've seen looks like it will live up to our expectations. Definitely one to check out. And there you have it, folks. February is shaping up quite nicely. Which game are you most looking forward to this month? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. We hope you've enjoyed this. I'll be back for our weekly eShop bargains roundup on Sunday, and Jordan's awesome physical buyer's guide will be out next Monday. In the meantime, check out Juan's review of Monster Energy Supercross 3, and if you like this stuff and want more of it, why not consider subscribing? See you on the next one. Take care, everyone.